Before you came round, my heart would never beat much faster. Before you came round, I was ready to slow down. Before you came round, I was heading for a small disaster.
So I just got out of the shower, I brushed my hair, cleaned my face and put on some day cream. And I put on my nightgown because it's way easier to get ready in. And I don't want my fancy clothing to get dirty or get some foundation stains on them. And I'm going to start off by using the Urban Decay Priming Setting Spray. I really enjoy this product because it feels so fresh on your face and it also has a lot of vitamins in it. And because I know there will be a lot of pictures taken, I want my skin to be flawless and be very matte and even. So I'm going to use my Urban Decay Naked Skin One and Done Hybrid Complexion Perfector. It's not a high cover foundation, but I like my skin to breathe when I'm wearing foundation or any makeup at all. And that's why I love this. And honestly, I've been using it for half a year and my skin really tends to like it. So I'm going to use this on my face first. And I am in the shade Light. I used to be a medium light, but as you can see I'm very pale at the moment. So I needed to go one shade down. And what I like to do is just tap this on my face and then blend it out later on. And then I use a blending brush from eBay actually. It's one of those Zoeva or MAC tubes or Real Technique tubes, but I got it off eBay years ago and it still works perfect. So yeah, I have my graduation today and I already graduated at the end of August, but since this is like a second graduation, so not the official one because I had to redo my thesis, they postponed it a bit and waited until more people were graduated because you can still graduate in like September and October. So I think we're at around 21 people and it's nothing too fancy, it's at my school building and I'm excited to see all my friends again, to see some of my teachers and just receive my receive my papers and be done with it. I'm just going to add a very small amount to where I have more redness and imperfections. And again, blend that out. Next up, I'm going to use my concealer to cover up these beautiful blue bags because I'm very tired. And I've had a busy week of work and doing fun things and just living my life. I've been using this LA Pro Concealer for I think more than 2 years already, and honestly, it's the best. It's one of my favorite products ever. I don't think I'm going to replace it anytime soon and it's only €2, like what? I do want to try out one of the Urban Decay ones, but those are quite expensive and since this is only €2 and it's the best damn thing I've ever used, I don't really see a reason to purchase a different concealer. Maybe if this one runs out I'll try and maybe try another one, but we'll see how that goes. And I always apply my concealer in the triangle motion because I've been told that's the best way to do it and it looks way more natural and it highlights the like lighter points on your skin. And then I just blend it out with my finger because I'm a very lazy person and I don't use a different brush for every single technique. Like honestly, I think I use three different brushes on my face for everything. So yeah, I'm going to move on to bronzer and highlighter. I have recently discovered this new technique of applying my bronzer and I learned it from Alana Davidson, which is one of my favorite YouTubers so far. Like, if you ever watch this video, Alana, please be friends with me. That sounds so desperate. No, but I'll link her YouTube account in the description box below because she's the most amazing human being. She's so funny, she's so wonderful and pretty, and I'm going to shut up about her because now it makes it seem as if I'm totally in love with her, which is not the case. Anyhow, so the technique she always uses, she loves a good like bronzed face, a very glowy face, so I always use 2 bronzers and I use a stippling brush to apply it. And first off, I'm going to use this bronzer by E.L.F. This has been in my collection for 2, maybe 3 years, and I still like it. I have to find a new one, but most of the brands I enjoy and are cruelty-free are not available in the Netherlands or Europe. So I'm going to wait until I'm going to travel to Canada and the United States to pick up some more different bronzers. So this one is very like shimmery, warm tone bronzer, and I'm going to slightly dab my brush into it. So I'm barely touching my skin applying this, and I'm making sure like all of the product is mostly focused around this area, and then blending it towards my lips, my nose, and onto my cheeks. So like I said, I have my graduation today, which is strange, but it also feels strange because I've been graduated and working for maybe 3 months now, and yeah, it's just weird to be back at school, I guess. I've been, for all of you who don't know, I've taken a gap year because I'm only 22 and I graduated in a very creative business or marketing or world, and I'm not sure what I want to do yet with my life. So I've decided to take a gap year and still work. I work for Rituals just as a sales advisor, and in my spare time I make videos and I put a lot of time into my Instagram account. I love photography and taking new pictures, and yeah, basically just trying to explore what I want. I'm saving up for traveling, which I mentioned, so probably or hopefully I'm going to travel to Vancouver at the end of April for 2 weeks, and then I'm going to head down to Chicago for another 2 weeks, and then my boyfriend and I also have a small trip planned somewhere around Europe, maybe Iceland, maybe Greece, we're not sure yet. It all depends if he's getting a new job soon and what kind of job, and if he can afford getting 2 weeks off, so we'll see how that works out. So as you can see, this is the first layer of bronzer, and I've applied it mostly to the cheek area and like to the places where you would usually get the most tan and the most glowy effect. And because this has a very shimmery effect, it gives your skin like a glowing touch, and I really like the look of it. And then the second technique I'm using is adding more bronzer to it. So this is a matte bronzer. It's the Hoola Benefit bronzer, which has been in my collection for over 3 years as well, because I'm very basic with my makeup, and once I like a product I usually don't really skip it or forget about it. And once I like a product, I'm stuck with it, I guess. So what I'm going to do is add a small amount of this product on my brush and add it over the shimmery bronzer, more towards my cheeks, to give it this very like bronzed, glowy, summery look, even though it's winter. I just like to look very happy, healthy. So this gives you such a nice like glowy effect, and I just like how my cheeks, how the shape of my face looks with this, and I just think it's a really fun look. And because I've been using so much bronzer, I'm not going to add a lot of blush. I'm only going to tap it lightly. I'm using Rockateur by Benefit again, and I'm using like the smallest amount of product and carefully blending it out on my cheeks. And that's all I'm going to use for blush, because I don't really like blush. I think it makes me look like a Barbie, and I prefer the whole bronzer highlighted look over the blush and very like pink, overly done look, I guess. I don't think it's really good for my face. It doesn't do anything good for it, and I'm just not a huge fan of it. I do think it can look good on like a lot of people, but for me it's just not the look I tend to go for. And then the last step I do to finish my face is use highlighter, and again I've been using MAC Soft and Gentle for way too long. Like honestly guys, I need to step up my makeup game, because I think I've been using all of these products for over 3 years. Like, this is the reason why you won't see much tutorials by me, because I use the same products over and over again. And if I had like a Sephora or Ulta, I would definitely buy more makeup, but it's just hard to get around like good makeup items which are also cruelty free around here. And like I said, once I like a product, I don't usually go and explore different ones, so can't help it. And that's my face done. So I'm going to move on to brows and also my eye makeup. So I've zoomed you in a bit so you can actually see what I'm doing instead of just guessing what I'm doing with my face. So I'm going to use the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette today for my eyes, and I think I'm going to start off with my eyebrows though, because otherwise I always look so naked, I guess. And then using this eyebrow gel mascara to fill in the rest of my eyebrows, because I don't like my eyebrows too heavy and I want them to look very natural but still like on point. And I find that with the combination of those two products, it really helps my eyebrows to look their best way and the most natural way as well. I'm going to make a very easy eye look because I want it to be quite natural. I'm going to use the color Sauced in the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette and blend this color all over my eyelid with a blending brush. I'm then going to use the color Lumbra, which is the more like glittery color, and put this over my eyelid as well, over that blending color. And then I'm going to add the more darker color Cayenne in the outer parts to define the look a bit more, and that's honestly all I'm going to do for the eyeshadow. And I'm going to blend that out with an eye pencil. It's one of the Zoeva ones. I think it's the eye crease brush, blending brush. And then lastly, I'm going to add the lighter color Quince mixed with Chaser and put it in my inner corner. And I'll put that darker color Cayenne mixed with Sauced under my eyes as well. I'm going to put some black eyeliner on my eyelashes or as an eyeliner, just to define them a bit more. Like that, just a little amount, but I find that if I don't do this, the eyeshadow looks very strange on me, and with this it doesn't look as like strange or orange or as if I'm really sick. So I'm actually planning to make a more detailed video about my graduation, what I'm going to do, what it's like being graduated, and some tips and tricks you can do if you have no clue what to do with your life like me. I'm using the Maybelline The Rocket Volume Express Mascara because I still had it in my collection, and because I'm trying to switch to a more cruelty-free makeup collection, I decided to use this up so I can buy a cruelty-free one instead. And I think it would be a waste to not use it and just throw it away, because then all the animals have suffered for nothing. So, and also I do like this mascara. I used to have the Tarte Lights Camera Flash mascara, but I ran out, and again, Tarte is one of those amazing cruelty-free brands that are not available for us in Europe. So I'm so excited when I'm traveling to Vancouver and the United States to stock up on some amazing beauty products. I'm also hoping to get my hands on some glossier products, because it's really hard to get those in the Netherlands. I do know that they recently started shipping to the UK, but I don't live there. So I'm using the NYX Lingerie liquid lipstick in the color Ruffle Trim, and this is also the lipstick I use in most of my videos, pictures, basically everywhere. And that is the finished look. So I'm going to get dressed in a minute and then show you my outfit, which I'm going to wear. And I'm going off to lunch and then my graduation, and I hope I'll be in time, because otherwise I don't want to be late for either my lunch meeting or my graduation. And yeah, we'll see. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, even though it was sort of a mess, and I'll see you very soon again. Bye! Let it go.